My niece asked me to braid her hair at her own birthday party. That's when I knew something was very wrong. Danny has always hated having her hair touched. Sensory issues since she was 3. No brushes, no tight ponytails, nothing. Her mom, my sister Carla, spent years finding workarounds. Loose buns, headbands. Even her school photos show her hair wild and free because that's who Danny is. She'd sooner leave a room than let someone touch her head. So when she walked up to me at her 12th birthday party and whispered, "Uncle Rose, can you braid my hair?" my stomach dropped. It started 2 years ago when Carla married Dennis. He came with references nobody checked. Steady job, nice car, easy smile. He was attentive in ways that felt, at first, like love. He remembered everyone's birthdays, showed up to school events with flowers. My parents adored him. Carla glowed, but I noticed things nobody else mentioned. The way Dennis answered questions directed at Danny. The way Danny stopped calling me on her own, only ever responding when I reached out first. How she'd gone from a loud, opinionated kid who corrected adults mid-sentence to someone who said, "I don't know," and looked at the floor. Carla said she was maturing. My mom said puberty changes girls. Dennis said she was finally learning respect. I said nothing because I had nothing solid, just a feeling that sat in my chest like a stone. The birthday party was in Carla's backyard. 20 kids, a taco bar, a playlist Danny had supposedly curated herself. All pop songs she'd told me months ago she couldn't stand. Dennis stood near the speaker, nodding along, and nobody else noticed it wasn't her music at all. Danny stayed close to the edges of everything, not shy. She used to be the center of every room. This was something else. Avoidance. Calculation. When she asked me to braid her hair, I took her inside calmly. "The kind you like?" I asked. She nodded without making eye contact. I sat her down in the bathroom and started gently sectioning her hair, waiting. My hands were steady. My heart wasn't. "Danny, you can tell me anything." Silence. Then, "Dennis checks my phone every night. He says it's for my safety." I kept braiding. "When did that start?" "After the wedding." "Does your mom know?" "She says he's just being careful." I asked what else. She told me slowly, like someone who'd been waiting a very long time and wasn't sure they deserved to be heard. How he'd taken over her school pickup so she couldn't talk to friends unsupervised. How he'd started choosing her clothes. How he'd told her twice that if she ever embarrassed him in front of family, she'd regret it in ways nobody would be able to prove. My hands stopped moving. "Danny, has he ever hurt you?" She didn't answer. She pulled her sleeve up instead. A burn mark. Small, circular, on the inside of her forearm. She said she'd knocked a candle over. Her eyes said something different. I finished the braid. I told her she was brave. I told her I believed her. I told her to go back outside and eat cake and laugh with her friends and not look at me differently, because I needed her to be safe for the next 30 minutes while I made a phone call. I stepped into Carla's bedroom, door closed, and called the non-emergency line. I explained everything quietly. They told me what to do next. When I came back outside, Dennis was watching me from across the yard. He smiled. I smiled back. Carla didn't speak to me for 6 weeks after the investigation started. She said I'd destroyed her family. She said I'd humiliated her. She said Danny had exaggerated. The caseworker's report said otherwise. Dennis is awaiting trial. Carla is in counseling, slowly coming back to herself, slowly coming back to Danny. Danny has been staying in my spare room for 3 months. Last week she came downstairs in a ponytail, her own idea. She said it felt okay now. I told her it looked perfect. She said, "Don't make it weird, Uncle Rose." And for the first time in 2 years, she sounded exactly like herself.